All chat.
1, 2, all chat.
All chat.
All chat, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4. All chat.
All chat.
All right, that should be good. All right, welcome to episode 5 of All Chat Podcast.
I can't believe it's already been 5 episodes. That's 5 weeks right there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's only 4 weeks because
4
we did
weeks.
two
We did bonus
episodes in 1 week.
with the
We
debate.
did episode 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still the most exhausting fucking thing I've ever watched. And that was the one with the rules.
I think that one was honestly worse. Like,
Yeah,
not for America. I think it was maybe better for America. Sorry, I'm just gonna change my lighting a little bit. Get it a little darker.
Oh, that's good. I got to bring my mic closer to me anyways.
I think it was better for America, but definitely less entertaining. Not as TV worthy as it was before.
Oh, no, it was. I mean, the last one was pretty TV worthy, even though, like, I feel like the second one sucked to watch, but the first one, even though I was pissed off, it was fun to watch too.
The first one was very entertaining.
Like seeing this total child like always interrupt his opponent. I guess we're just talking politics. I mean, we were gonna do like some art talk, but I guess we're gonna push that off to next week because
we're gonna have a guest, but
election week is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to cover here. We'll probably talk. We could probably talk politics for 2 hours.
I've been frozen in stress.
Yeah,
and unbelief this entire week. Like, I mean, I've been kind of frozen in stress this whole last 4 years because Trump getting elected is actually what got me into politics pretty hard.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that was kind of like your I feel like your family's like not very politically engaged.
Not at all, and they're super like conservative. They're just conservative because they're Christian. They're Christian. They think that's like the best option.
Yes, Christian values as a conservative.
Except Trump has less Christian values than any Democrat.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. I really don't understand the Trump as a godly man take.
If you're not politically engaged, then you will never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you don't know that.
And the vast majority of people I know don't want to ever get don't ever want to even learn about politics.
I think that's by design. I think it's like it's exhausting. It's
really
straight up just exhausting. I don't think I don't have like much to add other than just like it's hard. Staying politically engaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime
I talk to both my parents, they're like, "Well, the Democrats are also liars." I'm like, "I know that."
Yeah, that's true. Most of them,
scale.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing
no more whataboutism. Like,
yeah, whataboutism is like such a shitty tactic for making decisions. I feel like it's not gonna like ever lead to something beneficial.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room and how fucking close this election is.
Yeah, no, this is way closer than like all the polls were wrong again. Maybe I don't know. Like they had Biden ahead by like so much. Like they were like really like kind of projecting it as a landslide victory, and it's not. It's like a squeaky small margin. Like in all the states that Biden's now winning, it's by like not that much.
Tiny, but I am pleasantly surprised because today I my coworkers are super politically inclined and they're super liberal, and I walked in today and we started talking and I was really happy when I learned that we're actually ahead in like Georgia and stuff, not by much, but like the fact that we are ahead, like the liberals are ahead, the Biden's ahead, is kind of a great thing.
Right now, he is ahead by 4,000 votes in Georgia.
He's ahead by 4,000 votes, baby.
It's such like a minuscule amount. Like that's nothing. But the fact that he's ahead in Georgia at all, they're gonna recount that. And then Pennsylvania right now is almost 30,000 votes ahead. So Biden's getting a bigger margin. Like his lead in Pennsylvania keeps growing. It's 30,000 now. And
his lead's growing in Nevada too, right?
Yeah, but like if he wins Pennsylvania, that's all he needs. Or like,
precisely.
Nevada,
I think he wins Nevada too. Because Nevada awards 6 points. So
Nevada,
he's gonna win.
He's behind fast math by like 22,000 ish, and then he's gonna lose North Carolina and Alaska.
But yeah,
but it looks like Biden. I mean, it looks like he's winning. Like no one's called it yet. But
I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I really thought it would be like a Biden landslide. Not even because of the media. I just thought people had more morals than that.
yo, no, Trump pulled out so many votes still. Like Joe Biden has the most votes of any uh uh in history of any presidential candidate ever. Like no one's ever gotten this many votes. He's at 74,383,000, and then Trump has 70 million right now,
Oh my god, that
which
means
is still
70
insane.
million.
That's 70 million
70
people in this
million people
country.
like the way I always put it is 7 million people. They may not be racist, but they're okay with racism, and they're
Yeah,
okay with sexism, and they're okay with fascism, and
they're
they're
willing.
okay.
Yeah, they're making a pass with it, and like some of them love it.
Yeah, it's because they've
Not all of
been
them, but
brainwashed into thinking Democrats are even more evil than any Republican could ever be. It's fucking pissing me off. And like the amount of times Trump has fucked these people over in the last 4 years, he's fucking the
yeah.
American people over. And is this fucking close still? Like, imagine if we were, actually taken care of like some other countries, like during this whole COVID debacle.
Debacle. Yeah. No, it's like that's what's the craziest thing to me is like that it didn't really matter. Like Trump's code response, like I think what this shows is if not for COVID, this would have been like a Trump landslide probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I think he would have definitely won if not for COVID. And then even with COVID, like he wasn't losing that bad.
Here's the thing: if Trump wanted to get reelected, just just follow Dr. Fauci's instructions and take masks seriously.
I
He'd be
know.
reelected. He'd be reelected so easy.
I think that I think you're totally right. Like if he didn't do literally the bare minimum and like enable it to be worse,
He did the bare
he
minimum.
barely he made it worse. Like he like encouraged misinformation and stuff. So like I feel like if he didn't just do that, if he just took COVID seriously, he'd still be president.
Legit. Yeah. I really wish he did take COVID seriously, dude. Like my life was fucking impacted rough
Yeah.
in that whole debacle. I mean, a lot of people, most everybody, because like even if you weren't super severely impacted, you still can't go out and do stuff like
Yeah. And we're at
cabin fever and shit.
yeah, it's not fun for anybody. And we're at today reported today, like yesterday's number is our worst day ever with 117,000 new COVID cases.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
Apparently,
117,000. Do you
yeah,
remember like last month when we hit a peak of 200,000 total?
that was deaths.
Oh, deaths still.
We
Yeah,
were at
that's scary.
200,000 deaths total. But no, just for like the cases we got in a day was 117,000. Like our previous spike was 75,000, and that was like before like what we're currently on, where we just like keep climbing, and it's just like more cases than
I'm
it's just getting
terrified,
bigger and
dude,
bigger.
because like I'm pretty convinced I already got COVID.
Dude, I don't know if it matters, dude. The
6 months ago, but
antibodies.
that's what I'm about to say is my
I don't know.
antibodies are gone now. They're obviously gone. Like in the last 6 months, like I can get reinfected, and
Yeah,
I've got a roommate who goes to parties and stuff.
yeah,
Like right now, he's playing poker at some dude's house, probably without a mask.
definitely without a mask. All right, here. I'm gonna make this small, but this is where we're at. Or here, I don't know how to like do like a good overlay for showing like
Showing stuff.
data or stuff. Yeah. Let me move this down a little
What you
bit.
could legit do is just get rid of the entire background and have the background be what we're looking at basically, and make us like real
Yeah.
tiny in the corners.
Yeah, I should make a second scene for that. But for now, we're just gonna do this. But yeah, like right here, it's 120,000. Here I can just send you the link I'm looking at, Kendall. But like this is where we at now on the graph. It's pretty bad. Oh shoot! There we go.
Oh my god! Yeah, I saw the graph back in September. It seemed pretty normal, but holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
And according to Dr. Fauci, this is not even the end of the first wave.
Well, I think it's not. I thought this counted as the third wave.
I thought what COVID wave are we in?
Just like if you
This is
look at
what's
those
going.
waves, I guess, like on the graph.
All right. So we're still in the. So according to Hopskin Medicine, on they don't have a date on this article. We don't have a date on this article at all. According to Johns Hopkins medicine. Oh, I guess they keep this updated just with it. But we are still in the first wave. In some sense, the spread of coronavirus so far has been more like patchwork quilt than a wave. The COVID-19 pandemic in the U.S. is affecting different areas throughout the country in different ways at different times. Because some places take it seriously, some don't. You know,
Yeah.
some people, are throwing bitch fits over not being able to get their hair cut. But
Yeah.
remember that when the lockdowns were a thing?
Yeah. Oh my god, we've had so much go on this year. 2020 is so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's
Um, yeah, but
like it's felt like 4 years in 1 year, and I want to fucking like
mhm.
die right now. Like that's like the only peace that could be achieved because I just feel like the Earth's fucked, dude. We're so fucked at the end of all of this.
Yeah.
Like, is there a future for humanity if we can't fucking fix shit like this? Is there a future for humanity if like one of the most powerful countries is half racist? you know,
I don't know if there's. I feel like we gotta keep a positive attitude.
it's hard.
A little
It's
bit
hard,
though.
especially.
Well, I think like we've been kind of like trained to expect there not to be to an extent. Like I feel like we're just like, oh yeah, the apocalypse is a reality that we're gonna have to face, which like maybe it is, but also I feel like part of that's like learned helplessness a little bit. But it's like maybe we could do something. We still gotta keep working.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
I
Mitch
think that's it.
McConnell's back in power. He got
Oh yeah, we
revoted.
didn't. So like, the Senate hasn't been flipped, which is like really bad for Democrats. Like it.
It's really funny because they keep claiming Democrats are stealing this election. Why not take the Senate?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're losing the Senate. Yeah, it makes no sense.
I'm gonna be pissed anyways because we didn't flip the Senate, so that means nothing good is gonna come out of Biden winning.
No, no, no. And I think it's honestly probably like bad for the Democratic Party, which I don't know if that's good or bad necessarily.
No, it's gonna be bad for the Democratic Party because they're not gonna be able to do anything, and all the fucking idiots who support
Are gonna blame
Republicans
the Republicans
are
for
gonna
it.
blame the fucking
Democrats.
Democrats for it.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like,
also, report. By the way, this happened about 5 hours ago. The site altered the headline. This is a great report. According to Vanity Fair,
uh,
Trump plans. Is that like a shitty article?
no, that's Vanity Fair is fine.
Is Trump plans to barricade himself in the Oval Office and refuse to come out if Biden wins?
Yeah, I saw that.
Looks
I
like I
mean,
might get my wish. I hope he gets kicked, like dragged out of there.
I don't understand why he would do that because that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing to get like dragged out of the Oval Office, like escorted
Well,
out of the White House for not
he does
leaving.
he does a lot of things that he thinks makes him look strong, like leaving in a hurry, like like the 60 Minutes interview
Yeah,
2 weeks ago. Like that was so entertaining to me because he thought he was so powerful, just be like, nope, I'm out of here. He was like, what's up with all these hard questions?
yeah. Go easy on me,
I know, it's fucking gay.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
language.
said it.
It's okay.
I apologize.
I feel like I'm fucking like a mom.
Well, though, you should because it is on the forefront of my mind. Like I haven't said it for legit like 3 weeks just because of
Yeah.
this podcast.
Do you know?
It used to be like a daily thing for me. Now it's like on my man, on my mind
That's a good. That's
all the
good.
time, which
That's
is
good
good.
progress.
It's a better thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, Trump is still like he preeminently called victory, and then it's looking worse for him, and he's like, stop the count in some states, keep the count in other states.
Yeah.
And then I saw Joe Biden speak earlier tonight, and it was just kind of boring. But it's like, okay, this is
I
like
know, but
nice in a way, but also like I'm gonna be sad. I'm sad about. I'm
I
like,
like seeing Biden talk because
oh
he
dude,
at
he looks
least he
tired.
le- Biden fucking at least he runs on like trying to keep people calm while the Trump's
Oh
campaign is
yeah,
trying to make everyone freak the fuck out.
no, he's really sticking with his unite the country type message. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think that There's people
Yeah,
that are
we
like,
all hate each other's guts so much at this point.
but
It drives me nuts.
that's still like his like messaging.
Exactly. There's so much to talk about. Let's talk about the Trump supporters who are storming polling locations.
The protesting it. I
Yeah,
mean,
like they're like slamming on windows like zombies.
I get why they're doing it if you're a Trump supporter and you truly believe that this is being rigged.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
But no, I
It
know
was
none of us do. But you see, these people believe everything he says because if it's either all or nothing with Trump. You know, like I feel like you either take him seriously on everything or you just have to be like, this dude's a fucking like he's just a liar. So like to look past all the lies, you have to like believe everything he says. So these people legitimately think that this election is being stolen from Donald Trump and there is shady stuff going on inside of these buildings. They're wrong, but like I get where they're coming from, sadly, but like it's still stupid.
yeah, it really is. But like coming from the outside, when I see this stuff, I'm just like, holy crap, these people are so anti-democracy.
Yeah, no, you should
You
count
know,
all the votes.
count all the votes, and I've seen a lot of liberal people online on like Twitter and Reddit be like, anyone who voted libertarian, you might as well throw away your vote. Just don't vote. It's the same thing. No, everyone vote. I don't care who you vote for.
Yeah,
If
I'd
the
rather you vote
if
for
the, if the
libertarian than no one at
majority,
all.
especially if we were just national popular vote, and the majority of America really wanted Trump, fine.
Yeah.
I'm highly going to disagree, but that's what the people chose, and that's what we ran on. But thing is, the people didn't choose Trump last time.
No,
He won
not the
through. He
popular
won.
vote. Yeah, and it's just silly
Republicans
because
have always won through gerrymandering
oh yeah,
and through fucking with shit.
it's rigged. It's rigged in Republicans' favors in a lot of situations.
It is, and that's on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, I
And as
wish the
long as and
fucking
then like the thing is they rig it so that they keep power and can make it more rigged and then it's just cyclical and then it's like the more they rig it the harder it is to undo the rigging.
precisely. It gets harder and harder. I mean, if we could just abolish gerrymandering and the electoral college and do like a tiered voting system, that's what I want the most in my life.
That's
Ever
like
since you told me about that,
it's like real democracy right there.
because yeah, you get rid of the two-party system with tiered voting democracy. Do you want to explain what that is for anybody who doesn't know?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just like where like you get like your ballot. You got let's say you got Joe Biden, Trump, Kanye West. You can like just list who you like the most. So like maybe you're a big Kanye West fan, but if Kanye West doesn't win, you don't want to waste your vote. So you're like, I'm going Kanye and Trump, baby. And then
Yeah,
Joe Biden or Kanye has no chance, but Trump might have a chance with your vote. Your vote goes to Kanye first, but then if it's not like used by you, it goes to the other candidate. So like in this election, you could be like ranked choice voting would be like I prefer Bernie Sanders over anybody, but I'd be okay with Joe Biden.
yeah,
And then
precisely.
Bernie Sanders doesn't look like he has enough. But then there's no fear of voting for Bernie Sanders because you know you're not like wasting your vote. Because even if Bernie Sanders doesn't have a shot, someone else who you voted for might. So
Do you think? I feel like Bernie Sanders would be in a worse spot than Biden if he was in the primaries.
I don't know. I
Personally,
see on like leftist Twitter a lot of people saying that it would be way different. I don't know how different it would be. I think that he would be able to get more people excited about voting,
yeah,
you know, and like maybe also help with like some progressive candidates in the Senate and the House. Um, I don't know. I feel like Bernie's more likable than Joe Biden. Like for like get stuff done. Like you might be able to get a like you know how like Donald Trump kind of invigorates like non-voters. I feel like Bernie
yeah,
Sanders might be capable of getting people that
he's
wouldn't
great
normally
at that.
vote as well.
Though, check this out: Joe Biden's popular vote lead is at 4 million right now.
Yeah.
And for reference to anybody who's listening to this after the live stream, it's November 6th right now.
Our the
We're,
voter turnout this election is insane.
what, it's 65% total population, like of the total
Um,
population. I was looking at like the total thing, and like, yeah, the voter turnout is awesome, but it's still like criminally low. Like, how many? I mean, I also know a whole lot of people just couldn't vote because Trump rigged the election with tearing out voting counters and stuff like that at the USPS offices.
oh yeah. Wait, for
They
this
tore
time?
out. Yeah, for
Well,
this election,
yeah,
they did that like
they did tear out a lot of those. I mean, it didn't stop people from voting,
yeah. Well, I
but
mean,
it
yeah,
like it put a lot of fear around using mail-in voting, and it might have delayed that might be part of the reason why like results take longer.
I think it does make it harder as well because now you have less polling places around you, especially in these places where like if you're black and in the ghetto, you like can't vote because
Oh
there's
yes,
like
they make it hard for you.
there's 13-hour long lines for to go cast your ballot.
Yeah. So in 2016, the total amount of votes was like the sorry, just to backtrack to what you were saying, like the polling places where it's like, oh yeah, for this city with like million like over 1 million people, there's like one polling place there, and it's like, oh yeah, and it's also predominantly minorities, and then it's just voter suppression. But in the 2016 election, 128.8 million people voted. As of this moment, 9:32 p.m. Mountain Time, November 6th, 147.2 million people voted,
That's sick. That's awesome.
which is like almost 20 million more votes this election than last.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, for sure.
I
And
like high
so
voter
far with the
turnout.
vet, me too, man. Well, I mean, that's the whole fucking I will fundamentally disagree with you if you don't vote, but like,
Yeah.
I guess that honestly is your choice if you
Yeah.
vote or not vote. It's just that you're like one of the very few. You're part of like one of the very few countries who lets you have a voice. And even if it feels like it doesn't matter,
It does.
like it
The,
really does because there's so many states that you might be living in. Like let's say like Tennessee, you could eventually turn that blue if you're a liberal.
Georgia just
Just keep
fucking turned blue in the election. That's
yeah.
insane. It hasn't happened for like 30 years or something like that since the 90s, I think.
Yeah, it's great. It's insanity and it's awesome, So always vote, I mean, the whole no voting thing's been on my mind a lot because my roommates got into a screaming match over it about
Really?
2 nights
When?
ago.
Oh
It was
shit.
like it was almost violence, dude. I'm not
Really?
joking. Yeah,
Can you
they're
give
not on
details at
speaking.
all?
Yeah,
Still,
I'll give.
they're not talking right now because of it.
They're not talking. Yeah,
Fuck. Give me the
they're not
rundown.
talking. I'm cool. Yeah, so I'm not gonna take sides here. I already told this to both of them. I'm like, hey, I'm not even gonna give you guys my opinion. This is between you two fuckers.
Yeah, that's
I'm
smart.
so cool with both of you. I do hold opinions about it that I might share just because I think you'll agree with me, Micah. Anyways, um, was this was 2 nights ago. Uh, my roommate Mario had some pals over. Yeah, I showed up and there's like 4 people in my living room, so I just decided to smoke and drink with them.
Uh huh.
And my other roommate Kyle comes out and he decides to hang out with us, and it was like a good like 2 or 3 hours of just chilling. you know, Kyle Mario, like Kyle does like the normal thing. Like Kyle's like Mario's younger brother, like not actually, but that's how they behave. Like Kyle tries to annoy Mario all the time. After they leave, we drank some more and we're just like sitting there, and like I hadn't like at this point in this conversation, it turned to me and Kyle questioning why Mario didn't vote.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, it's my right not to." And I was like, whatever, dude. Or it's like, dude, you could have. And like one of our main things is like, dude, you could have voted to save like the wolves here in Colorado,
Yeah.
bring them
Or
back.
like
And
how he's
and
like,
Mario would say, hey, I didn't vote on that either because it wouldn't have mattered because the wolves. The reason they left in the first place is because people bought the land. I'm like, well, this is federally owned and they can't like do that.
yeah,
And he says, still, it won't matter because he's so dead set on saying, even if we save the wolves here in Colorado, 60 years from now, they'll be gone again, is what I
yeah.
was always said. And I was like, how can you be sure? And he just
But also,
didn't have an
as someone
answer.
who like claims like that climate change is a big issue to him, like not voting for against Trump if you is
Yeah.
like stupid, because if you care about climate change, you should vote for Joe Biden. Like
Yeah.
he's not
But
gonna
he
have
didn't.
the most progressive climate policy, but he has climate policy, which is better
Yeah.
than
And,
nothing.
and also to put any regular listeners in on the loop, this is the same guy who didn't wear, we were talking about not wearing his mask last episode. Because he just doesn't care. So it got to the point where I just kind of like shut up about it because there was no getting through to him,
Yeah,
because he said it was his right, and then also his vote doesn't matter because Colorado went blue.
But it does
It,
matter. It
it
shows
does
like your
matter.
voice is heard. Like also like regardless of like the what happens, like this you're still adding to like the ratio of votes for something. Like you're letting your voice be heard, and your voice does have an effect. It takes a lot of people to make anything
Yeah.
happen.
And basically got to the point where Kyle kept egging on. He was like, "Why didn't you fucking vote? You're stupid." And they're like they're both of these guys take each other's words so fucking literally. Like Kyle says one thing, and Mario's like, "You are being passive aggressive, and you think you're above me." When Kyle doesn't mean that, but then Mario says something, and Kyle's like, "You're just a fucking asshole." When Mario didn't mean it that way. Does that make sense? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I get what you're
saying?
saying.
Because like they both have specific ways of talking, so they hate like they always like literally every day it's an argument. I swear to Christ, it comes down to the stupidest thing, like who got these fucking ice trays, like shit like this.
Wait, is someone mad about new ice trays?
I'm
Is
gonna
that a
kill
real
myself.
story? Is that a real story?
Yeah. Where did we get these fucking ice trays? Well, I got it from my girlfriend. Well, whatever. I just gotta keep filling them up. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, literally, like they're like, you guys are like a fucking divorced couple.
Yeah, they're like a married couple. Like
Anyways,
against each other.
yeah. Kyle wouldn't drop it about the no voting, and so Mario stands up, leans all over him, and puts his fist into like he just presses and leans his fist into Kyle's neck. And he's like, "You want to fucking fight? You want to fucking fight?"
How much
And
drinks
and
were in
he's
all
like,
of those?
and Kyle kept trying to say something. He was like, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! It is my right to not vote. And if you say anything else, I'm gonna fucking punch you and kick the shit out of you. I'm gonna fucking kill you." And Kyle's like, "Well, if you keep doing this, we can't fucking fight." Or sorry, if you keep doing this, we can't have a fucking conversation like an adult. And Mario's like, "You're a fucking pussy. You're a fucking pussy because you won't fight me." And then Kyle gets up. He's like, "I'm gonna leave, Mario. Grow the fuck up."
Damn.
You know, because it's over. And honestly, like I'm making it sound bigger than it was, but this whole conversation was not that
It wasn't
inflammatory.
worth. Yeah.
It
Mario's
wasn't
just
even
trying
that
to
bad of
fight,
this whole
dude. He just wants to
conversation. But
fight.
Mario's a guy who's always looking for fights, and anytime Kyle speaks, Mario just assumes Kyle is acting like he's better than him. But Kyle's just genuinely curious, and so Kyle can't win in this situation. And so that's basically my opinion. Is Mario went way too far, and after Kyle leaves, he went to his room to sleep. Mario is like, "I'm not trying to justify it to you, but," and then cue like a 20-minute of trying to justify himself. But his justification was bad. His justification was when people think they're better than me and they say I'm a liar, I get pissed. I'm like, well, that's not a reason to go to your fucking friend that you've known for 8 years and
And
like
he also
or
never said
longer.
that he's better than you or that you're a liar. He never said
I
any
know.
of those things
Oh,
ever time.
Kyle did say he was a liar because like Mario
Uh,
was because Mario's explanation for the wolf thing. Kyle's like, "You're just lying, so you can." Kyle was just saying, "You're just lying so that you can like justify the why you didn't vote."
yeah. Wow.
Because I mean, Kyle genuinely believes, but yeah, they're not on speaking terms, basically.
Oh my god, it's so annoying that they're not over that.
But they fight over shit every week, and I hate living here. I want to live my own again. I'm so done. My little brother was a way better roommate because we always got along,
Oh
and
no.
I gotta like wake up at noon every day to whoa, oh, in like the two other rooms because they both scream at their video games all day.
So not gonna
And it's like
live with them again next year.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just fucking.
Yeah.
that's how I'm feeling about the whole living with these guys situation. They're good friends, I guess, but I miss living on my own.
Yeah. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
Just there's no
Anyways,
conflict. Yeah.
yeah, they got in the whole fight over voting and not voting. Back on topic, and how I fundamentally agree with Kyle. I couldn't get through tomorrow because nothing matters in his world. He's a fucking nihilist to the end.
Yeah. He's just he's just depressed.
Yeah, he's a depressed guy.
Yeah.
What else has happened this week election wise? It's been so much that like my head hurts.
Well, the Senate looks like it's going to Republicans. Unless it could be if for some reason, I think, does Georgia have one? Are there two? Wait, what are the 4 seats that are up? There's 4 seats that are up right now.
Interesting little tidbit. It's looking like Biden can win with 306 electoral college votes, which is the same amount that Trump won by
Hmm.
last year. Also, I had like a really funny thing that came to my mind last year,
Huh.
or sorry, last election. Remember last election? Like there were some protests over Trump winning,
Yeah.
and all conservatives like, oh, Trump won, get over it, right?
Yeah.
But now it looks like Trump might lose, so they're calling bomb
Oh
threats
my
to
god.
Philadelphia.
You know, this is going to be bad. Like the reaction of Trump
This,
supporters to Trump losing is going to be scary.
because they get so violent, or like I'm not saying all Trump supporters. I'm saying like the
There's
far
a
right
there's
extremists.
a
The far
chunk of
right
them.
extremists. Yeah, there's a good chunk of them, especially in these swing states. But yeah, right now there's evacuations in Philadelphia because there's a lot of bomb threats near
Wait.
the Vote County Center.
Oh, you're not even. There's like a vacuum. Oh,
Yeah, no, this is on the Independent
they're
here. I'll send
yeah.
you the
Link
article.
me. So they're trying to literally stop
They're,
the
they're
vote
trying to stop
by
vote counting.
bombs.
It's insanity. Oh, these guys are gay. They want to they want to get rid of your ad blocker. I sorry for saying that word again. My emotions run high when I talk about politics.
Wait, 51
I
for
don't think
majority.
when I
There's
talk.
48 to 48. But I only see. Oh wait, I only see three.
It
Alaska
feels
going to
close.
Republicans. North Carolina going to Republicans. Georgia has a runoff. Probably going to
So wait,
Republican though.
we've only got or no, four undecided places now right now.
Yeah.
Because Nevada is
Republicans,
still
North
pretty slow.
Carolina.
There's 87%. Though in Georgia, we've got 99% reporting, and Joe Biden is 49.4% to Donald's 49.3%.
Straight up
But
Arizona. Arizona doesn't want to be. They don't want to call it.
Joe Biden
They're just,
is
they just like
Joe
stop
Biden.
counting. They've been at 85 for like 2 days now. They don't want to be the tipping point.
Oh, oh, I thought Arizona was already decided.
Not Arizona. Sorry, Nevada. Nevada.
Nevada,
Nevada
yeah,
doesn't want to be the
Nevada.
tipping point. They refuse to like it.
I've
They just
seen
stop counting it.
great memes. I've seen great memes. I hope I can find it again. It's the votes roll in, and it just showed a picture of vote counter sleeping, like a
Yeah.
Donald Duck sleeping thing. I just thought it was pretty good. But it looks like so Georgia's almost completely done, and Biden's only ahead by 4,000 votes in there. But that's crazy for Georgia, dude. For Georgia, that Joe Biden's even ahead.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's probably gonna lose North Carolina,
No, he would definitely will. I'm still trying to
but
find out
and
what
in
states haven't
Pennsylvania,
finished. Senate races that
this
are
is
still.
crazy. I thought I was gonna see a full blue map this year. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't like. I was like really prepared for a Trump victory. I think.
Yeah, because then you couldn't possibly be that disappointed.
Yeah, it's just like last time I was so not expecting it, and I was like, it's still possible. So I was like, I was ready for it to happen just in case. And
Yeah.
I was nervous about the polls. I definitely did think Biden was going to win. I did think that Biden was going to win by a larger margin than he is. It's closer than I thought it would be, but I didn't think it would be like I didn't think like Florida was going to go blue. I still thought Florida was going to go for Trump.
Florida's stupid. I'm
Florida
sorry,
is
Florida.
Trump, dude. Florida
Because
as a state is
because
Trump. It's got old people,
they
drug like
they vote for $15 minimum wage, but vote for Trump. And it's like
did
Trump
they
tries to
pass
stop this.
$15 minimum wage
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, they passed that because it affects them.
That's rad though. Good for Florida. We don't even have $15
Dude, do you
minimum
know who
wage.
the real winner has been of this election, on especially on election night?
New Jersey.
No, how much marijuana has been
I was gonna say
legalized?
New Jersey. New
Marijuana is the
Jersey
winner.
legalized weed, so they won. Was it
No,
on a
a whole
lot of
bunch.
ballots?
Yeah, yeah. Arizona legalized it. Um, quite a bit of places legalized it. It was like a lot of states. I can't remember exactly how many.
Yo, it's gonna be like everywhere soon, huh?
The real winner was Portland, Oregon, dude.
They
All
decriminalized all
drugs,
drugs.
all drugs decriminalized and mushrooms
Oh my
legalized.
gosh. Wait, so who did you
Let's
say just made it
go.
fully legal? Arizona?
Arizona, yeah.
Okay, literally here, let me send you this thing and I'll pull it up for the chat as well.
Okay.
This is a map of marijuana legalization in Colorado.
In Colorado,
Sorry, in the states.
United States. Okay. Yeah, no, Arizona is fully legal now. Oh my goodness, it's gone crazy out here.
Yeah, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 states with no form of legal marijuana.
I'm so glad I don't live in Wyoming.
Or like, there's only, yeah. And then Texas is kind of weird. Like, there's some like states that are weird that have like, but look at all the states that have it fully legal now.
So many. What, 1, 2,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12, 13,
14, 15.
16? Oh, 15.
Oh,
15.
one. Oh,
No,
wait, maybe
16 counting Alaska.
District of Columbia also.
Oh, okay. So make that.
Yo, I'm kind of surprised New York hasn't. Oh,
17.
they haven't
17
legalized it
states.
yet. Fully legal for like, wow.
According to the Democratic Party, the reason Joe Biden lost Florida is because they didn't try hard enough with like Cubans and Latinos. Because Trump was running these ads just calling Biden a communist / socialist, and it
Yeah,
worked because they came from Cuba, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it was that Joe Biden didn't do enough. I think it's that Trump's messaging there against Biden worked well against Cuban voters.
Yeah, and I think
But
apparently
also,
Biden's ads were just like, "I'm a nice guy," which is not the right kind of ad to run against being called a
yeah,
socialist. Because when Biden's really like a centrist.
yeah, and also the Cuban population there is like leads more conservative, regardless.
Which is so funny because apparently a lot of Mexicans do vote Trump because they're like,
Uh,
"I got mine, fuck you," is basically it. But God, like, no, Trump going. So what's been boggling my mind this week, Micah? I was fully expecting this. I am not surprised, but for some reason, it's still like it's just nuts to me that Trump keeps going on national television and saying stop counting the votes. He is suing to stop the votes. It's straight. This is straight up dictator stuff. Here's the like, absolutely. If you support Trump saying stop counting the votes, that's just ridiculous.
No, Kendall, you don't understand Kendall, you don't understand the intricacies of this. It's not just don't stop counting the votes. You want to stop the votes where you're losing, but you want to keep the votes counting where you want to stop the votes when you're winning, okay, Kendall?
Yep.
But when you're losing, you want to keep counting votes in case you can still win.
Yeah.
All right?
Precisely. That's how democracy.
And mail-in ballots are bad unless they're for you. Okay?
There's been what was it? There's like zero circumstantial evidence at all saying that mail-in ballots are
Yeah, I know, and like
fraudulent. But like Trump is just so good at playing ideas in people's heads so that completely legitimate things get like villainized and like now I don't know, we've like America. The best way I can explain it, how I was explaining it to my coworkers, we live in a country where 50% of the population has a different world. Like they have an entirely different reality compared to the other 50%.
Yeah.
And you cannot convince people either way. You know, because
we're living in different realities in the echo chambers.
It's the age of disinformation, dude. You stay in the Fox News bubble, you believe that immigrants are destroying this country right now.
Yeah,
if you live in the Reddit bubble, literally every conservative is a racist piece of shit who is a mass shooter. Like,
when is Reddit like super?
They're liberal? Super liberal. It's like I like Reddit personally, but any fucking popular post you go on is going to talk about politics at some point in the comments.
Yeah. Give me one second. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Okay, I'll monologue while you're gone. Just listen to my beautiful voice. You know, everybody, vote in the comments if I should be the sole host of this podcast, because Micah kind of sucks. Welcome back, Micah. You know, I hope. Never mind. Huh. We'll see if you listen to my monologue.
I probably won't. To be honest with you.
Nice. My secret's safe with me.
Since I don't have to edit I just post them raw now versus the other podcast where I'd like go through it.
Yeah, it's gotta be nice, huh?
This one's more casual. I don't have to like listen to it. I just send it in the ether and I can listen to it later if I want to. Are you sad? Are you sleepy?
Oh, me, yeah. Every time we do this podcast, I look at myself in the face cam. I'm like, Jesus, I look so tired.
You look really tired.
I look tired all the time, dude. But
yeah.
I think it's because of weed, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't sleep that good
Oh,
It's not like I'm restless, but like I sleep hard,
yeah.
and I wake up feeling like I slept 4 hours.
Do you
So
smoke
I
before
try
you
to
fall
stop.
asleep?
Typically, because like I don't smoke until all my stuff is done.
Yeah.
Because I like I want to do my art first and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
get errands done. So it's typically like a few hours before I go to sleep, and I sleep quote unquote good. I sleep like a rock, but I just wake up feeling like I slept 4 hours.
Well, like depending on how your body metabolizes it and like how long before you fall asleep you smoke it, it can like affect your body's ability to get like REM sleep.
Yeah. The only time I dream is if I like wake up halfway through my sleep and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird.
so honestly, I think I just gotta like cut it back to like once or twice a week.
Yeah,
Honestly, because
slow down
I've been
on it.
sleep I've been sleeping bad on it, and
Mhm.
if like bad sleep, if you're always so tired, like it affects your quality of life. Like it's really
Mhm.
hard to do anything
Yeah.
besides the bare.
Yeah. I feel like so many people are just perpetually sleep deprived.
That's a big part of American culture. It's seen as a good thing. Like, oh, you're always working. Like
I feel so
I used
bad.
to I get so wrapped up in like art and like psychology together, like mental health and art, and like I
Mhm.
see so many of these professional articles saying, hey, if you're an up and coming artist, get used to never sleeping. But I got on days I'm sleep deprived, I don't even draw. Like
Yeah.
that just affects your art, dude. Get your sleep, take care of yourself.
It makes it hard to do anything.
And it's like part of our work culture too. Like Mike, have you ever met those people where like, oh man, I only slept like 6 hours last night, and then they one up you, kind of
They're like
deal.
proud of it.
Yeah. I've met those people. I'll be like, oh, I'm so tired, and they're like, oh, really? You're so tired, and I'm like, yeah, I slept
I'm
like
more
6 hours,
tired.
and they're like, I slept like 4 hours, dude. I feel you. It's like stop bragging, humble bragging. I don't care what you're doing. You know, it can almost come off as like
I'm
super.
so much more tired than you. Dude,
Like
I'm
if you see
so
like
fucking tired right now. Dude, tell me how tired you are. How tired are you right now? Fucking now.
Micah, I felt like I slept like 4 hours last night.
Yeah, motherfucker. I only slept 4 minutes. Get on
Um,
my fucking level. I work
Crap, dude.
fucking 23 hours and 56 minutes a day. Okay?
I aspire to your levels of dedication.
I
You're my
sleep
hero.
4 minutes.
4 minutes a day.
I don't fucking eat. I don't fucking drink water. All I fucking do is work. And then I get 4 minutes of sleep and then I work again. Back at it.
One smoke break a day.
I smoke one cigarette. Just one cigarette. And that's while I'm working. I don't take a smoke break. I take a smoke work.
I take a smoke work for 23 hours a day.
23 hours a day. I got a cigarette in my fucking mouth and I'm working. And then I take a 4 minute nap and then I smoke more cigarettes. And that's how I stay awake. Because if
Dude,
if I
cigarettes.
don't keep the cigarettes lit, I start dozing off. Start getting a little sleepy. I get
I wish
real tired without my nicotine. Because I only sleep
Here,
4 minutes a day.
America. Here in America, I'm allowed to sleep 4 minutes a day. I'm
That's
working
my
my way to
right.
the top.
Don't you tell me otherwise. That's my right to sleep 4 minutes a day.
Don't cut taxes because I'm gonna be rich someday. Sorry, don't cut taxes.
Right. Do cut
Right? Or
taxes.
don't do cut taxes for the rich
Don't
because
raise
I'll be rich someday.
taxes.
I'm climbing up the corporate ladder here in America.
Climbing up the ladder. Kendall, oh, fuck. I lost my train of thought.
No, I was just I had like a follow up to the whole sleep thing. I
Oh,
just feel
yeah.
like sleep deprivation, coffee, and cigarettes are all like personality traits people cling to. It's like, man, I drink like 6 coffees a day.
That's what you have to do if you're so sleep deprived.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. People like do wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I've done that in the past, but I just realized that I feel like shit, and I also don't do anything that day because I'm so tired. Like, you can't function, dude.
Yeah. No, it's really like limiting on what you can do and how well you like remember things or just any activity. It can really affect. It affects everything.
Exactly.
It's very important. Very important. Everybody listening to this, make sure you get your at least 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Don't always be drunk every night or high because that does mess with your sleep.
No, man. Fuck sobriety. No, I'm just playing.
I don't know. It's just like I've been around a lot of people. One of my roommates is like crossfaded every night.
Hmm.
My both my little brothers drink every day till they're
Yeah.
smashed. I don't get how you live like that.
I can't drink too much. If I have like, kind of like, if I have more than 3 drinks, I just like I start to feel shitty before I feel drunk. I just feel like, I got a headache
Same.
now.
And like I just don't like the taste of anything alcoholic.
Hmm.
Seltzers are like the only bearable thing to me, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of like beer, but
You know, I just
I'm a
don't.
real
Yeah,
American. I like
I'm
beer.
a real American. I like my IPAs.
I don't like my IPAs.
Me neither. I'm a pale ale kind of guy.
I like saisons. Is what I learned recently.
Saison? How do you spell that?
It's like Sason or something.
A saison?
No, that's not how it's spelled.
That's in Turkey.
Oh, it might be an A. Sai saison. Yeah,
Saison.
Saison.
Sazon is a
Oh,
district
it's
in
a
the
highly
Batman.
carbonated pale. It is a pale ale. It's a type of pale ale.
Sason. So Sazon is a district in the Batman province of Turkey.
Wait. There's a Batman province of Turkey.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you this Wikipedia. You can put this on the stream because this is pretty good.
What? The Batman district? That's so cool.
The Batman province. I want to be like the guy who runs the Batman province.
Why is it
Sazon,
called that?
formerly known as Sassoon or Sasoun, is a district in the Batman province of Turkey.
Why is it called that?
I'm gonna open up Batman province. Batman province is a Turkish province southeast of Anatolia.
It's made in
History.
1990.
The Batman province contains the strategic Tigris River with fertile lands.
I don't care. I want to know why they name it the Batman province.
The Batman province was a religious center in the 4th to 6th centuries AD.
When did they name it though? In the 90s?
Around the Batman province became an outpost of the Silk Road. They
Why
don't
don't they
tell you
just
why.
why don't they
They
just
don't
say,
tell you
"Hey,
why.
why did they like is it a coincidence or is it actually like a reference to Batman?" Oh
They
no,
don't
that's a
tell you
city, but
why.
oh, it's probably hold up.
They don't
No,
tell you
it's
why it
literally
was named that
the pronunciation is Batman.
way.
Batman.
Botman?
No, I don't know. It just says BAT apostrophe MAN, so Batman, but maybe it's Botman or something like that.
Could be Batman.
They got Batman Turkey, they got Batman University, Batman Refinery. Got wow, this is
They don't.
weird.
They don't tell you why it's named this way.
It's near the Batman River.
All
It,
I know is that the Batman province, Batman would disapprove of because it was part of this. No, actually, no. When I say Silk Road, it makes me think of that dark web drug selling website. But
yeah, they're
no,
probably
Silk Road
talking
was a
about
good thing.
the big
The actual Silk
Asian
Road.
trade route, Silk Road. Probably
Yeah,
not the deep web or dark
I
web or
remember
whatever.
reading. I remember writing a paper on that. The Silk Road fascinated me. I don't know,
Yeah,
just like old timey trade had to be so fucking dangerous.
definitely. I've been I finished Full Metal Alchemist's manga, so I've been reading. It's called Vagabond. It's about the famous samurai Miya. What is it?
Okay, I have
Musashi.
a. There's actually a little bit of an explanation about Batman. A little bit.
Okay, lay it down.
Significant changes in the language and management of the province were brought in 1515 by Mahmud Pasha Elakani. It is believed that a variant of his name, Elah, was transformed into Elah and gave the old name to Batman City.
Oh,
Was his old name Batman?
I think I'm almost certain that it's probably pronounced not at Batman.
I know. I just want to call it. I
That's
just want
funny
to
though.
call it Batman.
Batman City redirects here for the 2011 video game. See Batman Arkham City.
I now have the coordinates of Batman Turkey.
I wanna go to Google Translate and see how she pronounced this.
Yeah, look it up. Because I am curious.
Wait, do I have to have her
Batman,
English Batman?
Batman.
Or no. Turkish. Where's
Oh,
Turkish?
Batman's a city in southeastern
Yeah,
Anatolia
it's a
region.
city. It's a river. They got a lot of Batman stuff.
Near
Turkish.
the confluence of the Batman River.
Batman. Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman.
Batman.
Botsman.
Batman.
Batman.
Botsman.
And then in English, it's Batman.
Batman.
So I'm saying it right.
Well, I mean, I think the English version is literally just saying Batman.
Yeah,
just
they're
reading it
saying
out.
Batman. They're saying Batman,
Batman.
but they're. I'm just trying. Like I'm looking through several Wikipedia articles because I just need to know.
It's literally just
I mean,
it's a coincidence.
It really is a coincidence because it was named that in 1515.
That just a coinky dink.
Just as the quinky dink. Does that mean we're living in a simulation, Micah?
No, I don't think that means we're living in this. Do you think we're living in a situation? Do you think we're living in a situation?
In a situation? Yes, we are living in a situation.
The simulation.
A simulation? No, I don't buy that. At my old job, I had coworkers who really bought into that, and I always get curious because I want to ask them about like, okay, what glitches have you seen?
I've seen one glitch.
What was the glitch you saw?
It was me and last week's guest Trey. It was when we were younger. We were we rode our bikes to the local GameStop, and when we undid the lock on his bike lock, when like it like fell, and when it hit the ground, there were two, but like one was, and they had the same password. They were the same lock, but one had like way more wear and tear on it, and it looked like it like came from like the future or something, like damaged.
Dude.
And that kind of freaked me out. And ever since then, I was like a little bit more open to the idea, but I don't know. It's probably explainable.
What time travel? Maybe.
I don't know. Probably maybe the bike lock was already there. I don't know.
What
I wish I remembered about that last week.
what if future Trey? Yeah, what if future Trey like wanted to just fuck with you guys and you guys are a kid?
Yeah,
Like, what if Trey's the guy? Trey's the guy who makes time travel.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to
to
tell us something. Trey was trying to tell past Trey
Either,
something.
or he was doing a test and he just wanted to affect his own timeline instead of anybody else's. Except that probably freaked you out and changed you as a person, seeing two bike locks appear out of thin air.
One, sorry, one appear out of
one
thin
extra.
air. I just messaged
one
Trey.
extra.
We'll see if he responds, if he remembers it, to back me up.
I don't have any personal glitches. We'll see next week if I remember any, because I smoked weed all week this week, so my memory is obviously gonna be shit. Even when you're sober,
Yeah,
you can't deny the memory loss that comes with weed.
that's funny. I just scrolling through Reddit for like just looking to see if there's anything going on. This is kind of a funny post. I'll send you all.
And also, the GOP is trying to file an emergency request at the Supreme Court, so Trump might get the office longer. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything like that. I don't know what the Supreme Court would do to like help Trump that wouldn't just be like obvious and insanely like anti-democracy. You know?
Yeah. My guy's a pretty good meme.
That's a funny meme. I like what that guy did. That's all pretty cheap.
Honestly, yeah, for rum, pretty good. Best rum I've had is Kraken.
Kraken. I bought some sake this week. It kind of tastes shitty. It's like 25% ABV. It's good. It's like nicer sake, but like it's still kind of too
that's
strong.
nicer. I never liked sake, honestly. I wanted to like it, but
yeah, I got in the mood because I've been, as I was kind of like start saying, I've been reading like a manga Vagabond, and like the main dude's like a samurai and stuff, but just like people are drinking sake in there, and like when I don't know, man, there's definitely like a influence there when you just like see it going down, you're like, oh, I want to drink some sake too.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
it's pretty rad. I recommend it to anybody if you're looking to read anything. It's just rad samurai battles.
I always need something new to read.
Yeah. Because Dolphin gave me her old iPad, so I just put like comics and manga on there, and I've been
A
reading a lot.
legit amazing service is Amazon Prime for books.
Yeah.
But like for ebooks,
Yeah.
because I have a Kindle and it's only like a couple bucks a book, dude. It's
Yeah. It's
insane.
very affordable.
They're very affordable. It's all in one place. You know.
Yeah. Amazon sponsor us, please.
And
Jeff
on this
Bezos, give me money.
about 2 years ago, I had a coworker and we did like he's that weird dirt scheme guy in our other Discord, Micah. We did like a little test podcast for a bit. We had a running joke of asking LaCroix to sponsor us
Sponsor. I would.
about every 30 minutes.
I want Bubbly to sponsor. I like Bubbly more than LaCroix.
Bubbly, sponsor us, please.
Shots fired at LaCroix. LaCroix headquarters. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna take over the sparkling water game with my new sparkling water invention.
Bubbly's better. It really is.
I like
LaCroix,
Bubbly better. I think it holds the bubbles longer. It's in the name.
Like,
LaCroix's not as bubbly as I'd wish.
It's not as bubbly, yeah, and I think that's what makes it worse. Because like when you're drinking strawberry LaCroix, it feels like they shipped the LaCroix in one truck, and next to it was like a truck of strawberries, and they were like just yelling at each other, "Strawberry!"
Yeah. That
to
kind
get
of
the
combines
flavor.
the jokes I heard. That's a good one though.
Or like the LaCroix lime tastes like lime that's out of battery.
Yeah, or someone just shouting out it in the other room. Like, it's just like you're drinking it and someone says lime. And you're like, a little bit.
My favorite is that pure LaCroix, the unflavored, just tastes like a glass of dirty nickels.
It is. There's carbon dioxide in your drinks does give it like kind of like a
dirty nickel taste.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sponsor us, Bad Dragon. They wouldn't. Not for Twitch. But I'll still do it. Sponsor my art, Bad Dragon.
Why is this dog so fat? Kindle, this dog so oh shit, they got me. Hold up, I'll have to show the stream. I'm sorry, and then we'll get back onto the topic.
Yeah, go ahead, show. I'm scrolling through Reddit too. There's always interesting stuff to talk about. Yeah, I've gotten most of my thoughts out about this election.
Okay.
And how insane and how insanity is. I don't know. It's just pure stress, bro.
r/unexpected. Oh no, I lost it. Let me scroll through.
I had a cool gaming experience.
Yeah, what were you playing?
I was playing Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's basically Euro Truck Simulator in space. Especially if you do the trading job, but you can be a bounty hunter, explorer, and stuff. But I was exploring, and you can hook up your ship with something called Fuel Scoop, so you can like scoop fuel from stars as you go, so you never run out of fuel. I forgot to filter my map by scoopable stars, so I got stranded without fuel. And like if you run out of fuel, you start losing power to your ship, and you could die. So the cool gaming experience is I hit up a community-ran clan called the Fuel Rats. And it's just like 911 dispatch, dude. I'm not joking.
What?
You go to their website and say, "Hey, I need fuel." And they're like, "Okay, give us your coordinates." I'm like, "Awesome. Here's my coordinates." And so like the person, like the dispatch just keeps talking to me while the fuel rat is like flying his way to my system. And then I friend the fuel rat and I turn on my beacon for him and he drops in and shoots me enough fuel so I can jump to a scoopable star.
What?
Yeah. It's so cool. Look up the fuel rats, dude. It's fucking awesome. And so, and I've considered being a fuel rat before. I kind of want to be a whole. There's another community called a whole seal. Like if you take damage on a planet or something, and you could like explode, you show up and deliver whole parts to people. Like
wow,
that's the cool part. Like
cool.
Elite Dangerous is the type of video game that it's wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle. So it's like perfect for if you just like listening to podcasts and playing games. Like that's what that game is designed for.
It's not that deep. Elite Dangerous.
Do you remember like 6 years ago you played it with me for like
playing it, yeah.
10 hours? Yeah. Yeah, you played it with me for like 10 hours. We just did trading stuff together because that was kind of fun.
Yeah. I feel like you would have liked, I feel like you kind of missed it, but EVE Online, I think that's what it's called.
I mean, I looked into it. That's the thing. I really looked into it.
Well, because they have like the crazy like
But that's
million
literally
dollar like economy, like the $1 million war, like the wasn't it multi-million-dollar war that they had at one point?
yeah,
And
and
like
like real life money. Yeah.
yeah, like in real life money, millions of dollars was just like destroyed in like this stupid cyber war, and it's like what? How does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Over really stupid stuff like petty clan drama has cost millions of dollars to be lost in real life.
It's so weird. All right, kind of look at the video
Um
I just sent you, the IM sheet.
okay, I'll look at IF sheet, but I think that's pretty fun. Or I don't know. It's just like I looked into Eve Online. Here, I'm gonna watch this.
Dude, isn't that a fucking fat ass dog? When I first watched it, I was very surprised.
It was like I feel like the fur was slightly off.
Yeah. You can, yeah, if you're like looking closely, you definitely can notice it. But like when I was like first watching it and I wasn't looking at it, I'm just like, damn, that dog's really fucking big.
No, yeah, yeah. If you like before, like they like zoom in on the dog with their phone, like it really looks real
Yeah.
because of the wagging tail and stuff. It looks really good. No, yeah, no. I looked like I looked in the Eve Online. It seems like a good video game for stories like that
Yeah.
and stuff, but like it's literally spreadsheets the video game. I
Oh,
think,
yeah. No, but it's like one of those things where like it takes like probably an insane amount of hours to do anything, and then like you get a cool story out of it. But
Yeah,
like, and
there's
like
some
the
cool
story's
stories.
probably cooler than the actual like gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Like another cool Elite Dangerous story. I just like telling these. I joined an expedition last year when I was on my Elite Dangerous curve. And so basically, you and like 20 other players get together. You all set a destination because I'm a big explorer in that game. And you all get there on your own time. And there's a website called Elite Dangerous Star Map where you like log your places you go. So you just like upload your saved data to that. And so then it keeps track of all your discoveries. Um, so we were all meeting on this planet at like 6 a.m. my time, mountain time. And we were waiting for this one last guy to show up, and he shows up, but like the gravity on this planet was super strong, so he's like slowly lowering, and all of a sudden just and he fucking exploded against the planet. And it took him 12 hours to fly out there apparently.
No.
So that's another great
Oh
story.
my
So I don't know.
God, spending 12 hours of
Hours.
real life.
And all you do when you're like just straight flying somewhere is pressing W, steering around a sun, and hitting J to jump to your next
That's so boring.
thing. Yeah, there's really cool sites. That's why I like to do it because I go to like nebulas and stuff and explore planets. And that part's cool, but the act of getting there sucks. So
Wait,
that's what I'm saying.
There's planet exploration in Elite Dangerous?
Oh yeah, that's called Horizons. That
It's like
DLC
a patch?
came out a few years ago. Yep, Horizons just became free too. So if you want to get into Elite Dangerous, give it a shot now because you can land on planets and you can go out in like one of those like six-wheeling Mars-looking units that you can drive around in.
That's cool.
And then they're making Elite Dangerous Odyssey right now, where you can walk on planets and you can walk in space stations.
So they're basically just going to turn it into, what's it called?
Star Citizen?
No, the other one.
No Man's Sky?
Yeah, that one. Like No Man's Sky, but like good.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe No Man's Sky's good now, but
anyways, I'll stop gushing about Elite Dangerous because it is a boring game. Only get that game if you like to wind down with podcasts because that's what I like to do.
yeah. I've been playing a little more Rocket League.
Oh yeah,
I was
you're
playing
getting
some
back into it.
solos, maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's fun. I want to get better.
Yeah, it's fun doing cool stuff.
Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of 1v1s, and 1v1s are like, it's just so different. Whenever you add an
It's
extra
way
player,
different.
it adds it's like almost a different game, like in how you play.
Yeah, because I used to play strictly solo because no one wanted to play Rocket League with me. So,
Mhm.
1v1s are different, right? You gotta be a lot more safe. You know, you gotta hang around the half line a lot more.
Yeah.
Because they can just knock the ball over you and get it in.
Yeah. Yo, can you flash that tattoo real quick? I haven't really seen
Which one?
Your new one.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I don't think I've really seen it much.
Yeah, absolutely. I can get up for the camera for it, so we can like start up top. And try to. So it's like we just did like a skull. He free-handed all of
He's
this.
so good.
We're gonna have Dean on the podcast sometime.
Oh yes, we have to. Here,
He might just be on my camera.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just
But me
flashing
and
mine
Dean.
real quick because it's the
Oh
same
yeah, show
artist.
yours. Same artist. So Dean also did this skull on my shoulder with a bunch of eyeballs on it. We're gonna do like a whole demon fucking arm sleeve.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And then he also wants to touch up my anime tattoos as well.
Yeah.
The guy who did my old ones, the color is really fading.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm still like I'm not sure if I'll do colored tattoos because I feel like they really fade a lot.
They can last a long time, especially if you're as pale as us.
Yeah.
Even yellows stay on a long time. It's just
Yeah.
But like this guy's line work and stuff is also fading, so he was obviously didn't do
A great job.
the best job. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also literally felt like he was carving my arm. That last guy. Dean's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean's great. The tattoo he did for Kyle looks really cool too.
Yeah, he did one for Kyle, a frog. Kyle said he's worried it might look racist, but I told him not to worry about it.
Wait, why would you think it would look racist?
I don't know. It's a frog singing in the rain wearing one of those like straw hats that like rice farmers use.
Silly.
I don't
no one's gonna see like
That's
a samurai
silly.
frog. Like just because you have a samurai frog doesn't mean what?
It's illustrative, is what it is.
Yeah, maybe if it was a Frenchman frog, then it would be racist. Oh, I also read another thing. I read Uzumaki, which is like a
Uzumaki.
Yeah, it's a horror manga, and it's like very influential, I guess, to some things. It's like the horror of the spiral, but like it talks about what is it? The golden ratio. That shit's crazy, actually.
Golden ratio.
Do you know about the golden ratio?
Tell me about it. I might know.
The golden ratio, and then it also has to do with I'm not the person to explain this. Like the golden ratio, like it exists in nature and everything, and it's like the ratio between like this finger and then this thing, like piece of this.
No,
piece.
that's actually very true. I did hear about that.
And that's the same as like the spiral.
Yeah, like the spiral in the Milky Way galaxy, right?
Yeah, there's a spiral in the Milky Way. Like the spiral is so.
It's like everything's like
persistent
there's a perfect
everywhere, and it's
ratio.
in that ratio. And like the cochlea in our ear is a spiral. Like the golden ratio like exists everywhere. The Fibonacci, I think maybe that's
Fibonacci. Exactly. I now remember. Yeah, the Fibonacci. If that is it, I do know what you're talking about though.
The Fibonacci spiral is a spiral that has like the correct like the golden ratio there, but like it just
that
exists
kind
everywhere.
Of stuff. Because my mom's a super scientist, but she's also super Christian, and that's her explanation of why she kind of believes in a higher power.
Yeah,
is because there's a lot of things in nature come down to the same stuff. Is it super consistent?
What type of scientist is your mom?
Chemist. She works at I'm not doxing her. I'll tell you where she works at. She works at a college in Denver, a university, and she's an assistant for one of the teachers there. So she does like all the research for him and stuff.
Oh, okay.
She does that every day. Yeah, she told me she's even like messed with like she's also does like microbiology stuff. So
yeah, I mean my dad does the same thing at a school in Denver. He's
let me look it up.
He's in like he studies Tetrahymena, which is like a little microorganism that is existent in like water and like a lot of life everywhere. And I don't know that much about it, but he's studied like Tetrahymena like for like over 20 years now. Tetrahymena is a genus of free-living ciliates that can also switch from commensal ciliate to pathogenic modes of survival. So I think there's like something to do there.
I need to ask my mom more questions because like science fascinates me and she knows a lot. She got me through. It's so cool. It turns out our parents work at we've been messing each other. What school? They work at the same school. That's awesome.
That's crazy. In labs.
And then like I've got like almost the same birthday as your dad.
You do have the same. Not even almost.
Oh no, yeah, it's right. 18th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my grandparents' wedding anniversary is the same as my birthday too.
Oh, that's cool.
Seriously, what's up with the world and these? I'll have to ask my mom.
Yeah.
to see exactly who she
No,
works
the
for.
golden ratio is crazy though, because it just exists in so much.
Do you ever watch CGP Grey on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
He just made a video called "Hexagons are the bestagons" because if you like
I think I,
ghosts,
I think I had that recommended to me. I saw the thumbnail for that. Yeah,
you
I've never
should
seen this guy before
watch
though.
it. You should watch it because like
You
down to
know,
like a molecular level, like everything's hexagons
okay, I
because
will.
it's like the most amount of space with the least amount of material, and it's also super strong.
Then why
So
are my
like,
video games made with polygons, Kendall?
Ree!
I'll say that to my watch laters. I'll watch that video. Sorry,
Give that a
continue. I
watch.
just had to say the polygon thing.
Oh no, that's all I had to say. It's just like that just relates to the whole Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird. So either there is a higher power or like our rules of physics are so strict that like yeah, there everything has to be done a very specific way
Yeah.
for stuff like this to exist. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So
which is
here, I
so
just
cool.
searched up like the spiral with like the Fibonacci spiral.
Yeah.
Hurricanes, uh, uh, flower seeds, for a sunflower, like horns, like the horns that spiral of like a goat, shells of nautilus, plants when like a plant will like spiral, like mosquitoes, like their nose, like there's just many spirals. The
There you
Milky
go.
Way galaxy, yeah, like.
It's just crazy when you think like how involved the Milky Way.
And that shit kind of
Ah.
like makes me also consider I'm really not on the simulation train, but stuff like that is like kind of like, oh yeah, maybe there's
It's
a little bit
also
more.
it could be a
It's
simulation.
weird.
You know, there is weird stuff.
You could use it to back like a lot of different theories.
I mean, I totally lost it too. But so before we start talking about Fibonacci, I
Oh
had a
fuck,
very
DNA spirals also.
DNA. So it's down to like the molecular, but out to the universal.
Yeah, it's like macro and micro.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah,
So either there's a higher power, we're in a simulation, or
just laws of physics very like
laws of physics are very strict.
yeah, I think that's
You
probably the
know,
most likely, to be honest.
that's most likely to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
personally, because that's provable. You know, that's super provable.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting question earlier this week on Reddit.
Yeah.
I thought it would just be good to talk about. Has there been any? So, do you have any interests that you don't talk about much because the fandom is ridiculous, or is there any interests that have been like kind of ruined for you because of the fandom? I wouldn't say ruined, I guess, or like because you don't let a lot of things ruin stuff for you, you know.
Yeah, I will honestly say that I think the Rick and Morty fandom ruined Rick and Morty for me a little bit.
It definitely did, especially
the
around the
only-
whole Szechuan sauce crap.
Yeah, like that's the only example I can think of. It's just like I enjoyed Rick and Morty, but like the amount of gushing over it by the fan base and like just like all the memes of it just like kind of like killed it for me a little bit. And I really try not to let my perception of things be like affected by the fan base or like the public perception of it, but that one got me, man. The Rick and Morty fandom is cringy.
Yeah, and it's an absolutely good show, and they experiment with some cool stuff, but it's not a smart show. I'm not gonna lie. They reference like a lot of scientific stuff.
It's good. It's a good show, and it's funny,
a good show.
Like, it just the fandom just takes it too far, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people get so hung up on like I mean, my personal favorite parts of Rick and Morty is when they do the rare character moment. You know, the rare serious moment, but so many people want that like all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what makes those character moments so awesome. But so like even like on those total throwaway episodes where it's just a crazy story, people try to see deeper meaning in there.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Like the subreddit for Rick and Morty, it like gets on my nerves all the time.
I've never been there, and I don't ever want to go there.
Don't ever go. Don't ever go. Don't ever go. I mean, like I'm a personal big fan of Reddit, but you have to know the right places to go.
I was never a big Reddit user. I've like used Reddit sparingly. What are like some of your favorites? What are good subreddits?
My all-time favorites. Let's scroll through because I installed this I installed this Reddit widget on my browser called RES, which you should do because it's just better Reddit.
Yeah.
They compile.
You've been in on Reddit for a long time. You've like looked.
Yeah, let's see how old my account is.
I feel like you kind of like.
I'm part of the 6-year club. I've done it for 6 years.
I've probably had my account for a time similar to that, but I just like use like how much karma do you have? I have 258.
Post karma, I've got 2,300, and I've got 5,000 comic karma.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I got a lot of comic karma because I used to get really involved in the Smite subreddit.
Oh yeah, I was on it.
Back when me and you were young.
Yeah.
I used to like post on everything. Like I go to my grandma's house and I'd be bored out of my mind, so I would just keep refreshing by new on the subreddit and just stay involved in the conversation.
Yeah, I guess I was talking about Westworld like conspiracy theories on Reddit 2 years ago. I see me doing that. How did you see how? Oh, I've been a member since September 18th, 2013.
Dang, that's a long time.
So
Oh, it
7
should be under your
years.
trophy case. So you're on a year
Cake
longer
day.
than me.
Yeah, but I don't use it like you do. I just probably signed up
I
first,
use
but
it.
like
I use it every day. So the thing Reddit is best for is if for your hobbies.
yeah.
You go to subreddits for your hobbies because you'll learn anything you need to know and you can ask anybody. Like this, the very best. So there's one thing I check like twice a day. It's called Artist Lounge.
Yeah.
And it's just artists who ask questions or like artists who get like in their own head and upset, and it's like the most supportive community I've ever been a part of. And it's really nice. It's even quelled my own like negative thoughts about my art. So Artist Lounge is a good one. Let's see what else. Any like big popular one or default subreddit is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Basically, like Ask Reddit was something I used to browse a lot when I was working nights because I would browse it just all day. Just because it was funny to watch that conversation, but you start seeing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I kind of got into Twitter how you got into Reddit. Like I just would scroll through
Exactly.
Twitter. Yeah. But Reddit is cool.
Boku no Hero Academia, that one sucks. The My Hero Academia fandom is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Everyone just loves drawing gay art of like Bakugo and
I'm trying to think of other fandoms.
like homosexual art of
You can
Bakugo
you
and
can say it in
Midoriya.
that context, Kendall.
Okay, I'll say it in that, but not in an insulting thing.
Yeah, it can't be derogatory.
Yeah, but like whatever like interests you a lot, follow that on Twitter, and you'll find a bunch of like little subreddits, and it's really helpful
All right.
because you find a lot.
Well, I'm really into raising lobsters. I don't know what that subreddit's called though. I don't eat them either. They're my friends.
The Elite Dangerous subreddit I check out every now when I'm on my Elite Dangerous.
Lobster. I'm just gonna search lobsters. There's lobster subreddit. There is an r/lobster.
Another good subreddit is Fight Porn.
Yeah.
Where people fight each other on the streets. It's great. I like watching people fight and almost kill each other. It's great.
Oh my god.
More.
Yeah, I'm checking out the lobster subreddit.
What's involved on that?
It's like lobster memes, but it's not that good, honestly. Not impressed.
Another really good subreddit is the Inspector Gadget one.
That's my favorite subreddit.
Keep being awesome, Jughead. I'm sorry, John is a great one.
What's that?
I'm sorry, John. It's where people post really messed up art of Garfield. I've been following it for over a year, and it's still super active. People just draw like these horror, like Lovecraftian things of Garfield.
I want to look at that. Can I show it on
Look at it. It's a great. Depends.
Wait, can you link it to me? It's not coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great.
So I made it for Calvin and Hobbes. I'm sorry, Hobbes.
Just look at like the top rated ones of all time. I've been here since its creation too. It's kind of evolved a little bit into like some other stuff, but like everyone was just drawing Garfield as this Lovecraftian horror, and there's some great ones especially if you sort by top of all time. There's some great ones in there.
All right.
I don't follow like any kind of actual porn on Reddit.
Yeah.
because people are so creepy, dude. If you ever look at like a lady who posts herself naked, everyone's like, "Man, I wish I could fuck you" in the comments.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to me. It's like, dude, how do you like sit at home and do that?
There's a lot of creeps on the internet, man.
And it's like
Oh,
girls
what?
wanting attention and then creepy guys,
This dude's first Garfield is really good.
right? There's some great ones
He's
on
like, this
there.
is my first Garfield. It's like spooky. It's like a Garfield centipede.
Yeah, no, that one's pretty good. Sort by top because you'll see like super artistic, like
I think.
awful
Oh, I was at
Garfields.
top today. Let me see top all
Yeah,
time.
dude, top all time. I've seen about every single top all time one. If there's any interest that you have that you like to keep up to date with, follow those subreddits. Like I follow Monster Cat.
Van Garfield the Luker. That's crazy. There's some like, yeah, this is cool. I like this. This is a funny subreddit.
Yeah, and people post it every day. I can't believe I haven't drawn messed up Garfield yet. Because I draw creepy stuff when I'm not drawing hentai.
You should draw. You should make your own
Horror
cosmic
Garfield.
horror Garfield.
I love cosmic horror. It's such a cool. I draw a lot of space.
You should read Uzumaki, dude. You got to read it. It's good.
Is that like a cosmic type of deal?
Yeah, that it's very like Lovecraftian inspired and MC Escher inspired. The art's really cool too, and that's the spiral one I was talking about.
If you get super, do you ever get in like a super? What's the word called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Like morbid curiosity. Like look up "Nature is Metal" and "Nature is Brutal" on Reddit.
Yeah.
There's some awful stuff in there I've seen, but sometimes in a morbid mood.
I've heard of Nature is Metal before. That one seems cool. It's just like
Nature is Brutal is like the step up from that one. Like it's even worse.
yeah.
Let's see what else. What else is there? The Pokemon subreddit is funny because Pokemon fans are toxic.
How so?
Pokemon fans are all poison type, dude.
That's funny.
It's just like anytime, or like especially during the whole like Sword and Shield debacle that dropped.
Debacle.
That debacle, it all exploded. Don't follow politics. I like to look at it for headlines.
Yeah.
But it's super left leaning, and you can't tell if they're telling the truth because they'll just take small things and blow it out of proportion.
Yeah. Headlines are misleading, man.
News and world news are pretty good because you get to stay up to date, but everyone always shoves politics into it in the comments. Like you can't go anywhere on top Reddit subreddits without getting politics.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people hate it. Let's see. The Roast Me subreddit is pretty good. I've seen great stuff on there, especially if like people just post photos of themselves get roasted. In fact, I posted my coworker to roast me one time.
Yeah. Did it work?
It was like 4 years ago when I first
Were they
started working.
mean?
Oh yeah, they're pretty mean. He thought I was funny though.
I just saw like a tweet on Twitter about apparently like I want to see what the third party votes are. Who do you think? Because like I guess Jo Jorgensen did like mediocre. She got 1% of the votes in Pennsylvania. Literally, like if Trump got Jo Jorgensen's votes, he would win Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm glad they voted Jo Jorgensen instead of throwing their vote away, or
giving it to Trump. Yeah,
giving it to
same in
Trump.
Georgia. And I feel like people that are voting for George Jorgensen were probably more likely to be Trump voters before. Just libertarians seem more conservative overall.
I'm looking through a lot of my subreddits right now, and I'm starting to remember like if it's even somewhat sizable, there's always controversy that happens. Like Skyrim mods had controversy.
What was the controversy of the Skyrim mod subreddit?
Do you remember Skyrim Together? That mod that was being
Yeah,
made?
I do remember. It was like supposed to be like
those guys were stealing code, and they also like weren't working on it when they were just taking money from people, and then they ran, and so that was a huge controversy.
Shit. I'm
And
so fine with stealing code for Skyrim Together, but the taking people's money, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, so they're taking that. Let's see what else.
Yo, you know what? Dude, fucking Q World. That's what that made me think of. How he like tried to re-release it and he like totally restructured the game and everyone hated it and then he just never
Did you hate
updated it.
What was
Huh?
your opinion on that? I can't
It was
remember. What was your
bad.
opinion on that whole deal?
I don't like
Yeah,
how they
because
changed the
what?
leveling system. He totally changed like the gameplay loop, and it made it so that you don't have persistent upgrades. Like so, like every time you go to a new biome, you have to restart all of like the items you found, and like only very very rare items work in more than one biome.
That's awful.
Yeah, exactly. It was really bad, and then no one liked it because it was bad. And then he's like, "Okay, fine, I'm never gonna work on it again."
Back in so
Again.
years ago when I first met Micah, I had a shitty all-in-one family computer I used. It was like an all-in-one Dell desktop, and Micah got super into Cube World at this time. Micah's been a big follower of Cube World,
Dude, I followed Cube World
and
since like 2012.
yeah, like for since forever. And he tried to get me into it, but my all-in-one couldn't run it. We played a lot more once I had like a better computer.
It was so good, man. The
But
the,
like,
the alpha was so
Micah always
good.
kept me. Micah always kept me in the loop when it got updated and we played a little bit. But every time he would tell me, I'm like, "Oh crap, did he update it?" And yeah, Micah's like, "Yeah, after like 3 years."
No, man, the shit came out in 2011, and then he hadn't updated it since 2013, and then he releases like the beta in 2019, and it's like the same core gameplay, but like the gameplay loop is different, and it was just like shitty. It was bad.
I know, but like he just took it all as like personal, even
Oh
when
yeah,
everyone
so like
loved it where it was.
yeah,
But he's
exactly.
done
Like
that every time he's gotten because apparently there's been several times in the history
he's
of Cube World
he
where he
his
disappears because he has a thin skin.
because his Fifi's got hurt. He's just like
Yeah,
he needs to he can't what he should have done is he should have used all the money he got from it to get a team working on it. One, because only him and his wife work on it, and one of the issues with that is that there's no like other opinions on like how the game should go. So he just like does something that people don't like, and then like no one's there to be like, hey man, maybe you shouldn't do that. But like also
yeah,
if they had more people, they could have someone who was like the public, like the publicity side of it. Like even hiring like 3 other people to work on the game and have like a 5-person dev team would have been enough to
yeah.
take a little bit of load off of him, I think. But
Precisely. Like, I mean, if you're ever doing like a indie thing, like, so I think the most hardcore indie developer ever is the Stardew Valley developer. That guy made
yeah,
one of the best video games of all time, all by himself. But he never released it until it was done, which I think is what you gotta do if you're an indie developer.
yeah,
Especially when it came like Cube World. Like, I get it was his passion project and stuff, but he let other people ruin his passion project. Like, don't do that.
and then he ruined it.
And then he ruined it himself. And then when people were like, "Oh, change it back," he's like, "I'm never gonna work." That's so funny. I didn't know
Yeah,
he did that. I didn't know he just quit because people didn't like it.
he did that twice.
He did that twice.
Yeah, no, he stopped working. That's why it took so long in between 2013 and 2019. Like, cause he
Oh,
was
he
getting
left
criticism
because
about like a change that was being made, and then he just like didn't want to like be in the public eye. And then the same thing happened when he tried to re-release the beta, and like it was like a different game, and people didn't like it. So he stopped.
he
Okay, here,
worked on it.
here, let me. All right, I'm gonna read
Okay,
this
go
from
ahead.
the Wikipedia
Go ahead.
page. All right, this is 2 paragraphs. Cube World development began in 2011 with the designer Wolfram von Funk described it
I
as a
remember his name.
3D voxel-based game with a focus on exploration and role-playing game elements. Citing games such as Legend of Zelda: Secret of Mana, World of Warcraft as inspiration, he was later joined by his wife, Sarah von Funk, who contributed to the game's sprites and assisted in implementing new content. In 2012, it was erroneously reported that Minecraft's developer Mojang had hired Funk to help support him in developing Cube World. An alpha version of Cube World was released on the website on July 2nd, 2013, but it was eventually unable to be repurchased. At the time, the game's download servers suffered a DDoS attack, which Funk later admitted was an unexpected event that traumatized him. During its alpha release, many players were concerned about further development
So
of
many
the
people
game.
get DDoS.
Yeah, they DDoSed him. Of the game due to the lack of updates from Von Funk, which many considered the game to be vaporware. Despite I'll explain what that is. Despite him stating several times during development that the game was still being worked on. In September 2019, Von Funk announced the game would be officially released via Steam on September 30th, and that purchasers of the alpha version would receive a Steam key for free. I had to get the Steam key for free. But like he just got criticized a lot in 2013, and then he like went away and stopped updating it. Then he came back on Steam, and everyone hated the Steam release, and then he just hasn't updated it. And then vaporware is a product that is announced to the general public but is never actually made. So it's like What is
It's
it?
like Star Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah, Star Citizen is
That's a
vaporware.
controversy I followed for a long time
Yeah.
because it was so interesting how people get away with this. Like, if you don't have morals, you can just keep promising people stuff and show them little snippets, and
So
they'll give
like,
you as much money as you
is it
want.
ever gonna be done?
I highly doubt it because it's
Is it
got
like the
insane feature
the
creep.
Duke Nukem Forever thing that happened, where they kept trying to make it,
Yeah,
and then every time they would like about to release it, like they would realize that it was shitty and like behind on technology, so they just started over every time, and they did that like 3 times before they released a shitty game.
it's been a while, but I think if I remember correctly, the guy who runs the entire operation um is not even like a game developer, I thought. And so he just keeps demanding more.
Oh, he's just like a dude who's like, I had the idea for the best video game ever,
Don't
and then
don't
people
don't
gave him
take
money.
don't take that at face value. Like, take that with a grain of salt. But if I remember correctly, I think that's what happened.
How are they still releasing? Is it playable to people now?
It's been playable at times, but like you can't do much.
I love that their website is just Roberts Space Industries.
Here's what ticks me off the most about it. This whole Star Citizen thing is that idiots have been buying spaceships with real money before the game's out.
It
And then
says I can
dropping
play
like
right
$100.
now for $45.
You should probably look into that
I mean,
because
I'm not interested in playing Star Citizen, but
I
it says while Star
I
Citizen is
follow
currently in alpha version, it is playable now. It's still in alpha after like
after 20. It's been in development since 2012, I think. Same as Cube World. Um, which is really funny because like I think The
uh
Witcher 3 was in development since like 2012.
it wasn't pre-production of the game began in 2012 Kickstarter campaign.
There we
And it
go.
was supposed to launch in 2014.
Yeah, but it keeps getting delayed because they just don't know what they're doing.
What were you saying before that? You mentioned another game.
What about people buying shit?
Just a second ago. That's
I
okay
can't
if you don't
remember.
remember.
I was scrolling through my Steam thing, and I think maybe I'll remember. Nah, I forgot. It's cool though.
It's crazy. It's still in alpha though. No, it got an insane amount of funding.
Yeah, and it should be a completed game. Like, that's more funding than AAA games.
It got
So,
over 300 million as of 2020 from just
oh my!
crowdfunding, and then an additional 63 million from investors.
I swear these people have run with the money.
It's insane. That's so much money. It's just the hype train just keeps going, man.
Exactly.
Yo, someone call it for Joe Biden. Come on.
Let's
Vox
go,
called it,
Joe Biden.
but someone else call it. A big news site call it.
Apparently, so that Marvel's Avengers game was apparently a flop.
Yeah.
Square Enix lost 6.5 billion.
What?
6.5 billion. What's that? What's that currency with the Y?
Oh, it's like
Yen?
Japan's.
Is that
Maybe.
yen? Yeah, it's yen. They lost 6.5 billion yen.
I'll find out how
which
much
I
that
don't
is
know.
in American dollars.
Billion yen into USD. 62 million US dollars.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. And it's just so funny because it was so popular at first just because of the widestream appeal. Like, all my casual gaming friends and like coworkers have got so into it
Really?
for like a week because it's just a really repetitive game.
But they bought it?
Yeah, they bought it because it's fucking Avengers, dude.
What did it come out on?
PS4, I mean all consoles.
PC?
At least. I don't remember PC. It's probably on Epic.
Probably.
Marvel's Avengers is released on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox X, Series S, Xbox One, Google Stadia, and Microsoft Windows. So yeah, on PC, Microsoft Windows.
Oh yeah, it's on Steam.
It's so funny that they list Google Stadia.
Like it's
What
a
an
real
awful
platform.
travesty. I've watched an entire this guy made a whole documentary on the failure of Google Stadia.
People are complaining there's no end game content. Most people do not recommend.
Yeah, most people don't, and I have casual gaming friends who I recommended a buddy of mine, an old coworker, to not play it. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna like it," and he played it for a couple hours. He's like, "Oh yeah, I love it," and then he stopped talking about it a week after. I don't bring it up because I don't want to be a jerk. He's like, "Haha, I told you so." But,
Yeah. I want to get that Ghost of Tsushima game.
yeah.
It's pronounced. I'll probably get it if it goes on sale at some point.
So the PS5 is dropped, or is about to drop, right?
Oh, is that happening now? I feel like the election
Release
totally
date
took over everything else.
November 12th is when the PS5
So
comes
less
out.
than a
And
week.
the reason I brought that up is because on r/games, the PS5 review thread just dropped
Oh,
from
here.
all the major.
I have to pee really bad, but we can do console talks before we wrap up.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'm down. I'm gonna monologue again. All right, guys. As I was saying last monologue, Micah commits tax fraud on the daily. He commits tax fraud all the time. And every time he talks about something, he's just straight up making it up. He wants to seem more likable than he really is. I can't even monologue seriously by myself. I probably look like a crazy person. But yeah, PlayStation 5 is about to drop. And that's going to be wonderful, dude. I'm telling you. It's going to be a good time. Not actually, because I'm a PC fanboy. Consoles in general, like I have a PlayStation 4 now. I used to have both an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4. I gave my Xbox One to my buddy Dean. I just use my PS4 as a streaming service thing because it's more comfortable to sit on the couch and watch movies than sit in this office chair, which I'm always leaned over and stuff like that.
Are you talking about office chairs?
Yeah. Nothing at all accusatory of you either.
Yeah.
Nothing about that.
Kendall, I've been getting into this cool thing. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Pizzagate. So it's about how everybody's a pedophile. And it's pretty cool.
Now I heard Hillary Clinton is running the head of Pizzagate.
Yeah, she's the head chef.
She's the head chef.
Yeah, I know what they do is they put the children in the pizza boxes, okay?
Didn't they harass
and
an
they
actual
deliver them.
didn't they harass an actual preschool or something
Maybe.
over Pizzagate?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure some pizzerias got harassed.
And pizzerias. Dude, conspiracy theorists are ridiculous.
And it just keeps going, man.
Anyways,
they believe a lot.
No,
PS5.
seriously, they believe what they feel.
What are people saying
PS5.
on Reddit?
Well, let's see. So I'll send you the review thread. They just posted a bunch of links of the big article users for PlayStation 5. So we just go
so
one by
ugly,
one.
dude. The PS5's so ugly.
As I was saying earlier, it looks like Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, the embargo's gone for the
with
review.
the popped collar.
Oh, so I see what you're saying.
Gone for the review.
The thread is every news outlet has a review now. I'm gonna see what PC Gamer thought. No, hold up. I gotta see what Michael Bloomberg Media thought. Those are the only reviews I read. I read PC Gamer and Bloomberg, and that's it.
Is that the same Bloomberg who ran for president?
Yes, his news network. It is.
No one's giving it a straight up number review.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
let me see what the PC gamers think of it.
With the PC gamer. Apparently, PlayStation 5's backwards compatibility is great.
Yeah.
Which is always what I wanted with like our last gen of consoles, PS4 and
They didn't really
such.
focus. Xbox wanted a better job. All right, the verdict for PC gamers. If you
What's the
already own a
verdict?
powerful gaming PC, you'll soon be able to replicate the PS5's one real tech advantage is SSD. The new NVMe model is coming out to PC. If you don't have a ray tracing capable PC, the dream of those real-time reflections at an affordable price through the $400 digital console is a tempting offer until you start thinking about how much cheaper buying games on PC can be, or the fact that Microsoft's Game Pass subscription has more than 100 games across PC and console. Sony just can't compete with that. So the ultimate draw remains its big exclusives. If you want more God of War, Spider-Man, or whatever Naughty Dog does next, then this is the console to get. If you can't wait for Sony to get around to bring in more of its first-party PC or games to PC. Okay. They're saying
I have
for PC
a very
gamers, not a
similar-
big deal. Like you can get the cool hardware soon, and I mean, yeah, I think that's a different perspective though. I'm sure console gamers, it's like really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Like if you want the next big thing, I don't know. I just don't care much about consoles anymore.
Yeah.
I was telling whoever's listening while you were gone about like I used to have both, and I gave my Xbox One to oh, our guest. He accidentally slept through and he's feeling terrible. I'm like, no.
Oh, don't worry about
No. You didn't fuck
it. Now
up.
tell him eat a dick, feel bad. No, I'm just playing. It's okay.
It's totally okay. So we're hoping next episode to have this guy on who we're talking about. He's a friend of mine. I met at DokuCon, which is Denver's 18 plus convention or like 18 plus anime convention. I met him there last year. He'll be really fun to have on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I lost my. Oh, I have a strong opinion about ray tracing.
Yeah, what do you think of ray tracing?
It's nothing special.
What?
They put ray tracing as advertisement, so fucking normies get really excited. Ray tracing. Ray tracing's nothing.
It's like a lighting engine. I don't know.
It
Lighting
does. It
engines
does
don't get me
take.
excited.
It does take like 4 times as long to render a ray traced scene versus a non-ray traced scene, and it does arguably look better. But you're not gonna ever be able to, like, especially on console, you'll never get ray tracing plus 60 FPS. That's bonkers. And how they're trying to push it to 4K now, so that stuff takes like 8 times longer to render.
I want to build a new PC, man.
Mine's getting a little old.
I'll probably rebuild a new one next year, honestly.
Mine's starting to get a little old. You basically, every time you upgrade it, you basically rebuild it because you have to get a new motherboard and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The main. I mean, I feel like the GTX 1070 isn't that awesome anymore.
No.
It was awesome when I first got it.
I mean, they're on the 30s now, so
Yeah.
I think I don't know if they're still impossible to get though. I know, like people couldn't buy the 3080 for like a long time. I don't know how it's going now. But I might go with AMD motherboard, and
I'm gonna
processor
switch
this
back to
time.
AMD too,
But
because they're caught up to Intel, and they also don't price gouge like Intel does, man.
yeah, and I'll stick with Nvidia for my card.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna go AMD card next time too.
yeah,
Yeah, their cards are pretty sick actually, because I feel like Nvidia is great, but I think they overcharge. Personally,
yeah. I don't know. I definitely have an Nvidia bias, and I don't know if it's founded or not. I think I used to have like an Intel bias a little bit, but like I don't know.
I used to run an AMD. Do you remember my like very first PC I built?
Yeah.
It was a small metal one. AMD was great, but it would overheat while playing. I just didn't have any cooling in it. Like I had like one fan.
Yeah.
But no joke, while playing Elite Dangerous, my computer would just shut off, or any like high intensity game.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah. Um. I mean, I had an AMD too. It was I had a bad one, so I don't want to like judge AMD off of that. I've never had an AMD card though.
Yeah, I had an AMD card as my very first card. I'm gonna find it.
Oh, I might have two then in my like all-in-one PC that had like a shitty graphics card. It might have been AMD.
It was I'm like typing in random letters that sound right. It was an AMD. It was really funny too because it was like a graphics card that was sponsored by like the competitive team Fnatic, so they had like a big old Fnatic thing pasted on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
find
everything's
this. I
sold out.
swear.
I'm looking for any 30 series graphics cards. They're all sold out at Newegg.
No, but honestly, it was a pretty good graphics card, and I didn't spend any like my very first computer PC was like $700, and it
Yeah.
lasted me like a whole year.
Do you remember like a year ago or maybe like 2 years ago now when like the graphics cards like shot up because the cryptocurrency craze
I
and
was
like
so
you
mad at that
couldn't build
time
a PC like
because
it would
I was
cost so
looking to
much
upgrade
money.
at that time.
Yeah, the PC like graphics card market was so fucked where it was like $600 for like a 1070 or some shit.
I believe I found it, Micah. I believe I found it because it looks just like it. It's the Radeon R9 290, and it was a really crappy graphics card.
Yeah. They always got cool boxes though.
Yeah. I don't think it can run
Graphics
anything
cards
now.
always have cool boxes. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, that was straight up like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Let me check.
So that graphics card is probably crap.
I'm gonna check
this
iBuy
point.
Power. See if they got. I feel like they got. Yep, they got the 20. No, that's the 2070s. They got the 3070s. Let me check. I feel like the pre-built sometimes like you can get like the good graphics cards there. Yeah, they can still sell you a 3070. I wonder. That's crazy though. You'd have to go pre-built to get it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I have a buddy. I recommend it. He wanted a gaming PC, and I was like, and it was during like the whole craze with the cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, it's way cheaper to get.
So
pre-built.
I told him to go pre-built with that. So I went to a legit Best Buy with him to get one, and it actually worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked really well. I believe it's still working for him. So honestly, if you guys ever want to get into PC gaming, go pre-built because they come in huge cases. These pre-built PCs, so you can always upgrade really easily.
Yeah.
Anytime you upgrade, especially if it was just like a graphics card, and you also swapped out the motherboard for like another $100, I'd say it would be like around $100 if you kept it pretty. If you always kept the upgrades pretty like, you didn't upgrade too hard, but like you don't have to do that like once every 5 years or something or longer.
I guess it really depends on what you're doing. I kind of want to get like a powerhouse computer next time though.
I mean, that's what this computer I'm using right now was when I first built it.
That's a while ago though. Now at this point, it's
it's a high end PC still.
Yeah, and that makes it hold up better over time.
Yeah,
but like I feel like the difference between like where we were when that was a high end PC versus now, graphics wise, is like pretty crazy.
Pretty big with all this ray tracing.
Ray tracing. Gotta get that 3080 to play Cyberpunk.
So, fun story about my roommate Mario. Me and Micah basically just built Mario's PC for him one day because he wanted to get into PC gaming. So this is when I lived like forever away. So they drove all the way down to my little studio apartment, and then we drove over to what was it called again? It was like Micro Center. We went to Micro Center, which is like a PC parts. And for $800, we like slapped together like a kind of crappy PC for Mario. But I just remember we sat there like all day. We had like a big old YouTube tutorial up on the TV, and we were like in my really hot studio, and Mario just sat there, didn't do anything.
Well, we built a computer, yeah.
I don't understand how this works. My favorite PC illiterate story is when I told Mario the dragon dropped something, and he said, "How?" That's my very favorite story. Okay. That was years ago, but I still hold on to it.
It's still funny. We can still cherish those memories.
It's a good memory. It's a good memory when a 18-year-old is like, how do I drag and drop?
How do I do that? I'm a boomer. I'm secretly a boomer. Come on, someone call the fucking election.
Is there? I mean, Nevada's been counting so slow, dude.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is 99% reporting now, and I don't know if they're gonna recount or not.
Dude, well, yeah, the GOP is going to the Supreme Court. Do you think that's going to affect like how long Trump will get to stay in office?
No, I don't think so. I think it's like pretty clear that Joe Biden won the election, and I think they're going to try to get it up the courts, but I don't think that the Supreme Court can actively do it.
Wasn't there something? Yeah. So didn't you hear about them building a non-scalable fence around the White House?
I did, yeah.
That is the first time in political history, in American history, that like Trump is such a coward and he's so terrified that he went and built a non-scalable fence around the goddamn White House.
He's a little baby.
I mean, he should be scared. He's literally in like the liberal center of America.
Trump's a little baby, man.
Dude, he's a coward. I remember Bunker Baby?
Yeah.
That felt like forever ago.
Oh
even though it really wasn't.
No, it's not. Everything feels so old.
Well, yeah, because I don't you miss the days where you could just forget about the president?
Yeah.
Like with Obama, I just didn't even think about it.
Well, I mean, we were young there. See, I don't want to not think about the Biden because like Obama, I feel like no one thought about it, and Obama did like some pretty shitty things too.
He did do some shitty stuff in there.
The drones.
Yeah, the drones and stuff, but he also like did his job, and I thought he was competent. So
he was a competent president, but like a lot of our competent presidents are still really awful for like their like foreign
that's
affairs.
Just America.
Yeah,
for like the last I want to say like the last 100 years, America's kind of sucked.
I think it might go a little longer than that. I think it's kind of the whole time.
This is I don't want to be like the world's bodyguard.
Yeah, I don't like that. And then like also like we forget like that this country like I like the Constitution and stuff, but also like it was like landowning white men were the only ones that could vote for like a really long time, and like our founding fathers were cool with that,
Yeah, and we're still outdated in our Constitution right now. Like our Constitution's like the Bible; you can't really translate it.
Yeah, and that's what's so funny about the people that like I think like the new nominee, or I guess new Supreme Court justice, like the people that are like constitution or like originalists based on how the founding fathers would have interpreted it. It's like, yeah, wait, you gotta like then means you gotta get rid of like rights of everybody except owning white men. Like that's who had rights in that the original founding.
Basically, there's just land owning white dudes with slaves.
Women and people of color didn't have any rights.
Back in the Revolutionary period, like while America was still being created, was slavery also happening at that time?
Yeah,
like we were still like the Pilgrims came over and we were getting blacks over on their ships.
Yeah, probably. I think so.
I'm gonna look this up because I'm actually curious.
I'm pretty sure it's been there since like the beginning. Like the country was built on slavery. Like it started.
Because I always felt like. I mean, it's because I never ever asked this question.
It existed from its founding. Well, they don't want you to. I feel like they don't want you to ask it too much. I don't know.
But here's the thing: is that I remember how slavery started in Africa with Europeans coming over. Yeah. Like there was slavery in Europe before America was a thing. So obviously, 1776. It was. All right.
I mean, that's when America became America.
The slavery in the United States was the legal institution of human chattel enslavement.
So yeah, like since the founding of the country, slavery was like.
But before the founding of the country, it was a thing in America.
It wasn't like just like wasn't like the law.
It's never talked about until like Civil War stuff,
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Almost all the founding fathers had slaves.
I mean, that's why the South was so deeply entrenched with
And then
slavery, because their whole livelihoods were built up on that.
yeah, and then also like the genocide of Native Americans is like kind of we don't teach that. I mean, we do to an extent, but we don't really teach how bad it was or like how many.
Yeah, we talk about like the little smallpox blankets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But that was devastating at the time.
like how many people?
America was built on blood, man.
Yeah.
And we have, I don't know. Kyle puts it best. We should have seen if Kyle wanted to hop on for our political kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
talk, because Kyle has the best insight into like socio-political stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely have him on again. Yeah, no, America's kind of got like a fucked history.
We do, and I feel like, but we've got great parts of our history too. I just feel like we can be so much better than we are.
Yeah,
But like,
and I think to be
but
better, you have to
unchecked,
acknowledge the flaws of your past,
it's all unchecked
not glorify it.
capitalism.
Yeah,
You know,
I would agree largely.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a bleeding heart liberal. That's what.
No, man, you're not a liberal. I feel like you're not quite as far left as I am, but like you're more left than like liberals, I'd say. Because like
Yeah,
liberalism,
my family is straight up, like, they say it jokingly, but they call me a dumb hippie. Yeah.
liberalism is like still pro-capitalism.
I mean,
So like if you're like,
I like capitalism too on the idea.
but
You
like
can make
okay,
a
well
living doing
liberalism
whatever.
is like pro like corporatism.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
no,
that's why
no.
I don't identify as a liberal. I personally identify as a progressive.
I want to say either like, so, progressive. I am a big fan of socialism too, personally.
Yeah.
But people lump that in with communism. Communism's never gonna work,
Yeah.
ever. Communism. Growing up, communism actually like I used to do so many studies. It's kind of weird how weirdly obsessed I got with like Soviet Russia stuff in
Yeah.
high school. But like
Soviet
seriously,
Russia.
from freshman to senior year, all I did was write my papers on like Soviet Russia stuff.
Yeah, Russia's had a crazy past with communism.
They did, and especially everyone talks about the Holocaust, but like one of the worst genocides was committed by Soviet Russia by starving people without grain.
Yeah. Oh, that whole era was like really bad for that whole like continent, and then also Asia. I guess that's part of the continent though, Eurasia.
Because it was a famine genocide in Ukraine, and it killed. It's called Holodomor.
Poor
I wrote a
Ukraine.
whole paper.
I feel really bad for all of those states that border Russia.
Yeah, because Russia just bullies them all the time. Because like, how many Jews died in the
it's like 6
the Holocaust?
to 7 million or something like that.
Holodomor, which was death by starvation,
6 million.
Was 12 million.
Okay. Sorry, 6 million Jews. It's 11 million total people persecuted, which is in the same ballpark. And then let's see what Japan did to China.
Oh yeah, I'm curious. I never really looked much into.
Oh, it's so fucked.
Into the rape of Nanking.
That shit's like just as bad as like what Germany was doing. Japan was doing it like it wasn't as methodical, but the brutality of it was like really disgusting. No, in World War II, Japan was just like terrorizing China. And it was really bad.
Are you looking up the whole statistics?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Casualties. Yeah, in China, the total casualties, this is a big range, but it was between 3.8 to 10.6 million people.
You know, it's a big gray area for me.
Huh.
When we bombed Japan. with
Yeah.
the atom bombs. I'm kind of here's the thing. I'm in a gray area on that, right? Because atom bombs are like the worst.
Should never
They're
use
like
it, but it
we
also
should
got
never.
things
But
done.
I'm also glad we were the first ones to use it.
We nuked them into kawaii culture.
I'm so happy we were the first ones to
No,
use
man.
it because it could have gotten used on us.
Yeah, no, and like I mean, I would prefer if we didn't nuke citizens. That was bad.
Yeah,
But it kind of tactically like it did get the emperor to like finally give up.
they were like, "Oh shit."
And then we just like totally restructured Japan, and now they're like, dude, Japan covered the best out of any country from World War II. Just like they got to
Yeah,
become cute instead, because like Japan throughout history has just been so militaristic and violent, and then they're like, oh, we're cute now.
it's funny now. I don't know. I feel like a vast majority of Japanese don't give a shit about anime.
Yeah, but like kawaii culture is still really big, and I think that kawaii culture like is outside of more than just anime, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I
the
think it's
cutesy
kind of like
stuff. And,
like anime culture nowadays isn't quite just anime. It's a whole lot of stuff. Weeaboo culture.
yeah, I mean, and kawaii is just I think it literally just means like cute in Japanese, so just all the cutesy stuff.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think that there's definitely some cute stuff in there. Like when people get those like really cool plushies, that's just like a little smiling like avocado or something. Like
Yeah.
I'm down with that. That's cool. Like
Hello,
Tamagotchi is pretty kawaii.
Tamagotchi is cool. Hello Kitty,
Hello
who is
Kitty.
not a cat. Hello Kitty is just a little girl. And
Hello Kitty freaks me out.
Hello Kitty's boyfriend is also not a cat. He is also just a little girl.
That's not a joke.
No, that's not a joke. This is confirmed. Hello Kitty is not a cat. She's a little girl. And so is her boyfriend. He's also a little girl.
Also, I've got one more great subreddit suggestion. r/Trump criticizes Trump, where people dig through his old tweets from like years ago,
Yeah.
and he's basically just talking shit on himself. He's like, yeah, why did Obama do this? And Trump's doing the same exact thing.
Oh, there's so much contradiction. Yeah.
Thank you to here's one of my favorite tweets he's ever done back in 2016. Thank you to the LGBT community. I will fight for you while Hillary brings in more people that will threaten your freedoms and beliefs.
What? I mean,
Are you he tweeted this on the 4th of June 2014. Are you allowed to impeach a president for gross incompetence? I want everyone to remember this. Trump was impeached.
Yeah.
He was found guilty in trial, but the Senate refused to remove him because power grabbing.
Yeah.
Because they were doing party over country, so.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, it seems like.
And the FBI straight up said that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia, and no one believes that still, and it drives me insane. Because I followed that, like, ever since Trump was elected, I followed with that FBI shit and the Russia probe for years, dude. Like, I was on that shit every day, no joke. Like, I was super invested.
I wonder if we'll actually see like any legal action against Trump once he's out of office for anything.
Oh yeah, dude. He's everyone I talk to. He's like, yeah, he's going to prison after. He has to like the FBI didn't detain him because the FBI like they were straight up like we don't detain sitting presidents.
Yeah. Did you see that his chief of staff just got tested positive for COVID after being like at a maskless at the HQ, like the election headquarters for the campaign? And now he's tested positive for COVID. Dude, like they're just spreading it around there. It's funny.
I'm slowly remembering a lot of crazy shit Trump has done the last couple of years. You remember how he said airports were a big part of the Civil War?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I'm gonna show you the quote because it's hilarious. He talked about how Trump.
I still like his whole thing
somebody
about
was asking him
windmills.
about.
That's one of my favorite things from the 4 years. Was his windmills thing about how windmills
I
are
can't
like
believe
bad because they kill the birds.
I can't believe you. Yeah, exactly. No, he's saying like there's something about them causing cancer.
Yeah, windmills cause cancer.
So Micah, this has an actual. So it wasn't for Civil War, but Revolutionary War.
Uh-huh.
And there's actual video about this. But President Trump said Revolutionary War troops took over the airports in his 4th of July speech.
That's funny.
And here's an actual video.
I mean, is it like a little gaff?
I actually didn't.
Like is it just like him
The
like messing? Like
Continental
I feel
Army
like there's some
suffered a
things
bitter
that are like
winter
worth
of
criticizing
Valley
for, and some
Forge,
things that aren't.
found
You know?
glory across the
Let me
waters
see what
of
he
the
says. I'll
Delaware
watch it.
and seized victory from Cornwallis of Yorktown. Our
No,
army
he's not
manned the
joking. He said our
It
army
ran
manned the airports.
the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. And at Fort McHenry, under the rocket's red glare, it had nothing but victory. And when dawn came, their star-spangled banner waved defiant.
What? What? Okay.
So no, he
Oh,
was dead.
fuck.
He was dead serious.
God damn it! I just deleted the overlay
No,
instead of the other thing. Overlay. Oh wait, no, I can get it back. I can get it back.
my beautiful overlay.
Okay, it's back.
My beautiful
All right,
overlay.
you good with wrapping up here?
Yeah, I'm good with wrapping up.
All right. Thank you for listening to episode 5 of All Chat. We'll be live next Friday. Woo!
Yeah, hopefully with our guest. He said he's real excited. So
Yeah. All right.